Jack looked at the cabin, sunlight brushing the roof with a promise of warmth. He had already sketched plans for an addition: a proper kennel, space for rehabilitation, training rooms. The disability checks covered the basics, and Peterson had connections, people who donated to veteran dog programs. Maybe, Jack said quietly, thinking of the future. Luis would have loved that, Elena said, standing beside him. He always said dogs were the real heroes. Sarah emerged from the cabin, drying her hands on a dish towel. The same one from that night in February, clean now, washed and soft. I have to get back, she said, glancing at the time. Feeding schedule. She picked up Lily, the baby's small head resting against her shoulder. For a moment, they all lingered there, the people Luna had drawn together, breathing in unison, fractured hearts, learning to inhale and exhale as one. Once everyone had left, Jack sank into the porch chair. Hope curled in his lap. Luna lay beside him, alert, her gaze sweeping the yard. The other puppies tumbled in the grass, tiny paws kicking up flecks of dirt. February's warmth, almost impossible, wrapped around him. His phone buzzed 17 messages. 3 from the VA, confirming steps for the dog program. 2 from Murphy, asking about training techniques. 1 from Sarah, a photo of Lily sleeping peacefully, her chest rising and falling without struggle. Luna nudged his boot. A small, familiar gesture. The first night had been different, tentative, protective, but now it was simple presence. Martinez's dog tags caught the light from the porch beam, tiny reflections dancing across the wall. Next to them, Amy's ultrasound photo, faded but cherished. Griefs that had shaped him were here, acknowledged, but no longer in command. Hope yawned, revealing tiny, perfect teeth. She'd claimed him the first week, sleeping across his chest, a warm weight that anchored him through nightmares. Now she simply stayed close, grounding him in the present. It was 5 p.m., time for the evening ritual. Luna stood, stretched, and walked to the high spot by the door where she could watch the entire property. The puppies fanned out around her instinctively. Hope stayed with Jack, as always. He pulled out his phone, scrolling to Sarah's number. Not the divorce papers, he wasn't ready for that, but a simple text. Lily's doing good. Luna's puppies, too. All breathing easy. The reply came instantly. That's all we can ask for. Jack set the phone down. He watched the dogs watch the sunset, each of them absorbed in their own quiet rituals. Tomorrow, there would be more fence to build. Thursday, the VA meeting. Saturday, Elena would bring the boys again. Small pieces of the future adding up, slowly, into something larger. Luna's tail swept the porch boards, once a deliberate signal from the snow. Mission complete. But it also said mission continuing. Every breath, every morning, every nudge against his wrist. Time to wake up. Time to run. Time to live. The ghosts were still there. They always would be, but they no longer ruled the space. Now, with 5 dogs, a baby breathing beside them, a community forming from shared fragility, Jack's hand found Hope's fur. Fingers scratched behind her ears, earning a contented grunt. Birds settled for the evening, their songs overlapping in a patchwork symphony of survival. Luna shifted again, pressing against his leg. In the distance, a truck rumbled along the highway, someone else heading home. The sun touched the mountains, painting them gold for a heartbeat before letting go. This was enough. More than enough. This was everything. I remember the February night I first heard Jack's story at the VFW hall. I didn't believe the part about Luna, that she truly knew who needed saving. Then I watched my own brother come home from Fallujah, empty as a burned-out house. He pushed everyone away, until a 3-legged rescue dog limped into his garage and refused to leave. Sometimes the universe sends exactly what we need through the doors we leave cracked open. Jack calls me every Christmas now. Hope still sleeps across his feet. Sarah brings Lily to meet the new rescue dogs. Trauma doesn't end, but it transforms. It becomes something else when you stop fighting alone. The broken don't need fixing. They need witnessing. They need another heartbeat in the dark, saying, still here, still breathing, still worth the mourning. This story was inspired by accounts shared within veteran communities and created solely for entertainment purposes. It does not condone, encourage, or promote violence or harmful behavior. All characters and events are fictional. Any resemblance to real persons or events is coincidental. Military service details have been simplified for narrative purposes.